really critical. And there was a few too many possessions late where we just were maybe a step slow or a second short. So, we'll continue to fight and battle, and 1 o'clock will be here quickly on Sunday, and we got to gear ourselves up and see what we can do on Sunday.
You talked before about this season and how sometimes it can be frustrating when guys play for, you guys play great for 20 minutes and then fall off for other 20 minutes. Would you categorize this game as like different, just because of the fight, or is it kind of the same thing where just the mistakes are still frustrating?
Everything's frustrating. It's called life, right? But this game and St. Francis, PA were probably the two games where we played as close to 40 minutes as possible with the requisite effort to be able to win Division I basketball games. And, like I said, I'm very proud of that, and that's something that's got to be a non-negotiable as we continue to move through the rest of the year.
Compared to Wednesday night, the offense seemed to flow a lot better. Anything, you can key in on and just how that, panned out tonight?
Well, I thought, 12 assists to 20 turnovers wouldn't exactly be like flowing, more of a drain than a fountain, right? But we certainly had some better ball movement. We certainly got to second or third actions. We certainly made some really simple plays, right? Sometimes offensively, the best answer is you're not open. I thought in the game on Wednesday, there were times where we were trying to hold on to the ball to see what could develop for me versus when I catch it, I know I'm open, I know I have a driving opportunity, or now I'm thinking about where to move it to. And I thought guys did a really a much better job. And against Cleveland State, who does an excellent job of switching defenses, switching on and off ball screens, that can really create some issues for you because of just the uncertainty, right? Like you might come down and run an action and they might switch it a certain way on the first possession, and then maybe they kind of stay with the guy on the next one. And so there certainly was a lot better movement. Obviously, Cleo was able to really kind of operate in the middle of the floor there, which is an area that he's comfortable in. And we got to continue to try and get him the ball in that area to be able to make some plays.
The last shot from Cam there, is it a situation where like you could take a quick two if you get it, but maybe have to have a better internal clock and understand that was too late, or no? Was that
it was too late. It was too late. We were screaming it on the sideline, but it just, it's hard sometimes when you're in the moment, right? And, the challenge is that the play got blown up at half court, right? So Mike's got to be stronger with that ball and be able to get us into what needs to be gotten into that we had drawn up in the timeout to give ourselves a chance, for 2 or 3 based on, whether the free throws were made or not. And, once it got blown up, I personally thought once it got deflected, Mike probably should have picked it up and tried to dribble, and now we could play 4-on-5. But immediately he picked it up and then tried to throw it to Khalil, and then it was a jailbreak from there. So, Cam's obviously really frustrated with that, decision that he made. He was, very upset in the locker room, as he should be. But, I thought he made some really big plays for us late. And, again, he's a repeat COVID freshman. So, some of these situations he has not been in, and we know he'll learn from it.
You guys struggled early on, the first 5 minutes before going to the bench and playing Chase Cook, who seemed to have a big impact towards you guys toward changing momentum. Can you talk about what he brings to the team and what look forward with him when it comes to him getting additional minutes?
Yeah, I thought he always brings good energy, right? He's a tough kid. He's a fighter. I thought our bench, they came off and kind of settled us in. I thought we didn't have great energy to start. They scored, I think, 14 points in that first 4-minute stretch, and then that second group came in, and I think they scored 4, and we were able to kind of generate some good offense and get our footing a little bit. But Chase, I thought helped us a lot. He was certainly disappointed in there as well. He had a couple turnovers that I think tried to do a little bit too much. And again, he's excited. This is his first real Division I opportunity, and he's out there fighting and scrapping, and he's got to be able to manage us a little bit and get it to where it needs to get to, and maybe get his legs underneath him before he maybe decides that we're going to hit the home run. Like bunt singles work really well too. So we'll talk to him about that.
Similarly, getting Justin back a little bit of a boost for you guys.
Yeah, I think just his ability to have another body down there, with some size. Like in the first half, Matt got 2 fouls. If that's Wednesday or last Thursday, you all of a sudden get small, quick, and your rotation gets short. So, Justin, I thought, gave us good minutes. 3 rebounds he had in the second half I thought were pretty huge. B. Stone I thought gave us good minutes as well. And that's what we need. We need contributions from everybody. Like we don't have some, talent gap where we can just show up. Like we need everybody to be doing everything in their power to help push us over the top. And hopefully we can get there soon.
Curious, seems like there's a lot of positive energy trying to emanate from the bench when things go poorly. And part of that I assume is just coaching. But when there's a mistake, really trying to get the guys stay in it. You know what I'm saying? Is that really something that you're trying to drive home, considering that in a season like this things can go poorly quickly? You know what I'm saying?
Can that be the title of your article tomorrow? It's super hard. It's frustrating for everybody, and some of the uncertainty that has gone on in the last 2 years, makes it challenging to create any continuity, makes it challenging to build the right habits. You show up to practice and, are you going to have 9 today? Can you have 10 to go 5-on-5? Or, are you going to get shut down? Is somebody going to go into quarantine? Is someone going to, it's just so you never know. And I think the only way that we can try to make the best of it is to stay positive. And, I think these guys, they've sacrificed a lot to be able to be out on the court, right? I mean, all last year, they didn't get to go home at Christmas. They were in and out of quarantines. They were hopeful, like we all were, that this year would be completely different. And now here we are, January 2022, talking about, what the definition of vaccination is and if you're going to go into quarantine. And it's killer, And I think that it makes it hard to really focus on, just the day-to-day, right? It's hard enough as it is, and then you add, extra components on top of it. It's a challenge, and, we want to make sure that the fight is the level that it needs to be at, and then we'll figure it out from there. But, if we don't win a game the rest of the year, but we fight like crazy, that's what you respect. That's what you look at. That's what you say, that team, those guys are about the right stuff. And I think if you are about the right stuff, then eventually good things start to happen for you if you stay with it.
Switch up from that sentiment, but with Rasheem, what happened in the last 2 days? Did any discussion play?
We're just going to talk about the guys that were in our jersey tonight because those guys represented it the right way, and so that's where we'll leave it. And looking forward to, learning from this, getting better from this, being able to prepare tomorrow, and then we know Fort Wayne is a really well coached, well organized, dangerous team. That we had 2 high-scoring affairs with last year, and we got to make sure that we're ready to go at 1:00 on Sunday.
Rebounding, has been a struggle for you guys all year, and you always harp on it's a lot more about effort tonight. I mean, Cleveland State it has pretty good size there. How pleased were you with the rebounding effort tonight from your guys?
I mean, they're a great rebounding team, and they got so many guys that can go. I mean, Deontay Johnson, Trey Gomillion, they're strong, they're physical. Hodge, Patton. I mean, they got guys coming off the bench, right? That's why they're the defending champion, right? You look at the size and the physicality that they bring to the game. It can be daunting. But I thought that we fought like crazy. We dug some out. We needed to dig a few more out down the stretch there. They got a couple offensive rebounds that hurt us. We need all 5 guys in a fight, right? We got to have a little bit of that bar fight mentality where, everyone's in there throwing haymakers and pushing and shoving and, all right, I got to get in the fray. I can't be the guy standing on the outside of that. And we got to think about that as that shot goes up and be a little bit more proactive as opposed to reactive. But, again, the fight was at the level we need it to be. And if we can add some more detail to it, then I think you can be more successful on the backboards.
Any other questions? Go.
Yeah, one more. Looking ahead for Michael Green to sort of be the established point guard going forward, there's a lot of guards that sort of struggle when it comes to playing on and off the ball, and that's something that he's done in the first half of the season. Now he's clearly going to be the on-ball guard. Is that something where he can sort of get in a better flow going forward for you guys?
I mean, that's obviously our hope. I mean, we would like him to, continue to be as comfortable as he can be, putting him in situations where he can be comfortable. I think he's got to raise, and we talked to him about this, kind of raise his presence a little bit. You know what I mean? He's had a very successful college career up till now. He's made some really good plays. He's had some good games for us. Again, got hit with COVID and, you know, kind of figuring all that stuff out, you know, early in December and trying to, you know, recover is hard. But he's got to take a little bit more ownership over, you know, him making sure guys are in the right spot, making sure guys know what's going on, really being a little bit more demonstrative in terms of his presence on that court to make sure that he's in control out there. And I think if he does that, I think that'll really help us and allow guys to settle in as well. So as he can settle in, I think it'll allow other guys to do the same.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Coach.
Appreciate it. See you on Sunday.